I'm Mark Cerny. I'm excited to be here to talk about the newest addition to our console lineup, PlayStation 5 Pro.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Sony always seems to get ahead of themselves whenever they are on top, and this needs to be the last time. The release of the PS5 Pro at the ridiculous price of $700 USD shouldn't really be a shock. All the signs were there. PlayStation has no real competition from Xbox, so they are just left to their own devices. The last time Sony had this much dominance in gaming was in 2006, just before the release of the PS3. The PlayStation 2 had taken the world by storm. It was a great console that offered great games such as GTA San Andreas,
Oh shit, here we go again.
Gran Turismo 4, GTA Vice City, Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, God of War 1 and 2, and much, much more. It also had a DVD drive, and most importantly, it was a great price. This led to its dominance over Xbox and Nintendo's GameCube. With Sony arguably offering the best console in the market, they had the clear market dominance, bringing in casual and hardcore gamers, and positioning a gaming console as a multimedia player. Then on the 11th of November in 2006, it was a day to remember because Sony put out the PlayStation 3 for the unreasonable price of $600 USD for its largest 60GB variant. Oh, the good old days when a game was less than 200 gigabytes. Anyway, Sony is in the exact same position nearly 20 years later. Xbox has effectively fallen to the wayside. PC is still very strange to casual gamers, and Nintendo doesn't really compete in the same ballpark as they focus on novel concepts instead of raw power, and thus can't handle the same type of fidelity-focused AAA games PlayStation can. Just look at Mortal Kombat.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Sony warned us that this was coming from the release of the PlayStation Portal, which we all thought was going to be a new PSP, but instead turned the PS5 into the Nintendo Wii U because that was such a successful console. Also, it comes with no browser, so in most public spaces, this device is useless as they put the needs of creating a walled garden that prints Sony money over actual use for its fans. The Portal only works with the PlayStation earbuds instead of Bluetooth, which even money-hungry Apple supports. As the PS5 has aged, the price of the consoles hasn't dropped like they always have in every other generation before. But worst of all, the PS5 Pro just seems like what we should have had when the original PS5 released. Picking between performance and fidelity is something we did on the PS4 Pro. The initial release of the PS5 said it would have 4K 60 frames per second and even 8K gaming. Sony conveniently removed that from new boxes because of course they did. We are just getting software features that they promised us 4 years ago. So now this disappointing train wreck of a console is coming out, and just like the PS3, we have to react and not buy this console, which shouldn't be too hard because it literally offers nothing to previous PS5 owners and definitely nothing to people who don't have a PS5 like me. I was thinking, GTA 6 is coming, let me get the best console to play this game. But let's break this down. It's $700 USD, but I live in Canada, eh?
Is this the dagger?
So that would be about $950 Canadian. Then add the $100 disc drive. So that's $1050 to play like 5 games and GTA 6 next year. Maybe. That's if it doesn't get delayed.
What I don't like is if the business is true.
Then the PS5 Pro is nothing but a scam, fam. Time for me to get my Steam Deck and turn this into my home console. At least I can easily modify that and get Hall effect joysticks. Oh, by the way, the price of the DualSense controller is also increasing with no improvements to the battery life or stick drift. I guess they had to cover the cost of Concord somehow. Speaking on games with interesting development, click here to see my breakdown on the red flags for GTA 6 and the shady moves by Rockstar Games. Anyway, remember to like and subscribe. Bye.